And I think what's dope about doing all that is just led you to all these other opportunities. And you talked about the other brands that you work with and doing things for Black History Month, and that whole wall behind you has a story as far as your career. If you can tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Let's see. These are a project I worked on with Under Armour and High Sue and Jen Masari.
Those are dope.
Yeah.
Two different shoes. So this was one of my first middle engagements, right? It's like I didn't do the design and I didn't post a video for Under Armour, but I was a quote unquote sneaker authority on this project. So they had two illustrators come in and create this print. And then I came in as like an authority on sneakers and helped them place the print on the shoes and did all the design editing. Like, what are the laces gonna be? What kind of accent colors are we using? How does it flow? How does the marbling work out? Like all of those, what materials are you using? Those types of things. So that's why, that's two women who are not from sneakers that are illustrators, like Sophia Chang, if you will, working on sneakers, which I thought was super dope and super important. This is a pair I did with Adidas many years ago when the ZX Flux was like a thing. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I definitely remember.
They had the part where you could basically customize your own and put whatever you wanted on it.
Exactly. So this was actually my longboard. So this is the toe of my longboard.
Oh.
And what I did was I took a photo of that and then laid the photo of my longboard on top of this and then rearranged it to kind of wrap. So they aren't the same print, but so that they match kind of next to each other. These were part of an initiative I used to do with Adidas where I would design colorways for things that they were putting up in the My Adidas store. So when you would go to like create the sample colorways that were there that kind of like led you or sparked your brain, I would work on those. So these ended up on Wooster Street in an art gallery that Adidas hosted with all of the like partner designs that they had created. So they were like on a little wall with my name next to them.
Oh, that's really. I like how you casually went through the fact that you're a skater. You're like, yeah, longboard.
You're right.
So how long you been skating?
My whole life. That's why SBs are like. That's how I came into sneakers through like Vans, SB, Etnies, DC, Osiris.
Right. That's really dope.
New York, chocolate, like that was where I was at and like how I came into sneaker culture. These, of course, like one of Melody's first shoes. So I never wear these because who's like wearing these spikes on the back of their funny, but like it's important. Like that's why these are like important for me to have. Like it's that nostalgia feel. For me, these totally. This is what made me want to do a shoe. I never ever dreamed of doing a shoe, but when Melody dropped these in unisex sizes, and I got to buy this in a 6, and then I had to fight off other men. You know what I'm saying? It looked like, wow, okay, like the boys wanted these as much as we did. And then Trinidad booked me on his show when he was doing Camp James to talk about women's, and I showed up and we both had these on. So
that's crazy.
Both wearing them for that show.
That's a great shoe.
These are another very little known shoe, but Reebok again. This is
Golden
Barbie, Jasmine Sanders. And these are actually hand painted and custom colored designed by Alexander John, who is one of my favorite fucking Black creatives of all time. So these are, do I think that the Golden Barbie is somebody that I aspire to be and ideate? No. Do I think that she's like an actual sneakerhead? No. But like, is her story translated in these through Alexander John? Fuck yes. This is her eye color, her favorite colors. They did a makeup palette. They came in this big silver like briefcase box, but every single one of these, he literally customized the colors and did all of the painting on. So I've never worn these, but these are one of my favorite pairs because Alexander John, somebody I featured 15 years ago, you know, on the blogs, like telling me to like this man's art, and now look the stuff that he's doing. And I would say like these were when me and Jock had Nerd Like only, and we would talk about sneakers, but we weren't at Kicks on Fire yet, and somebody made these for me.
Oh, those are clean.
Yeah.
And they're like old school when you would like actually paint sneakers.
Word.
And then I would say, let's see, another IB program. Nike called me in when they were dropping the Prestos. So everything I design is based on like a heroine that I loved as a kid. Mm-hmm. So these ones, they say Jazzy Hendrix on them. Clearly, I was going through a moment when I did. But these are based on She-Ra. So,
oh, wow.
The Princess of Power. She was one of my childhood heroes. So you know her colors and blah, blah, blah. Also very USC from LA. And everybody loves another pair I did with Adidas, my Adidas program, my Kill Bill Superstars.
Oh,
so
those are hard.
You know, on the side here, if you know the film, then you know that reference. This is inspired by the Crazy 88 scene.
Yeah.
They were originally supposed to say Crazy 88 on them, but licensing wasn't playing those types of games with me. But these are definitely like one of my favorite pairs that I ever did and worked on.
I just watched that movie like a month ago, both parts.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, so good.
Yeah.
These, I just did this with Kawhi in February, so
that was one of my favorite projects.
Say top 4 moments in my career, you know, styling Paz and becoming Paz from De La Soul's friend on Twitter, and our long-standing friendship from then is one, and interviewing Kendrick Lamar is one, and working on this launch is right up there with that. This pack is New Balance's first Black History Month pack for the brand, period. It was created by an African-American product team that the brand put together. So a full cross-sectional African-American, you know, team of people, not only working on the product, but the marketing, the PR, the strategy, everything. They took that messaging even further to make sure that their agency partners were people of color who also spoke for the mission, which is where I came in. So my team at True to Size ended up writing the strategy for how they were going to launch this product in the community, and then we activated the actual event. So instead of doing this big party or doing like a beautiful kids event at the beautiful Boys and Girls Club in Venice, we chose to go to, you know, a very marginalized community, the Mar Vista housing community. 300 young Black and brown kids live in this community. We don't want to go tell the Black History Month story to like a bunch of white kids in Santa Monica. That wasn't our intention. You know, we wanted whoever this product is for them to hear it, feel it, receive it, and know that they could be it. So the team flew out to the event. We spent the whole afternoon with the kids, showing them representation of what it looks like to work in sneakers and not have to be a Kawhi or a Joe Fresh Goods or a Michael Jordan or even a me. You know, like you could be working in HR, you could be a DJ, like so many other points of entry for you to work in sneakers. We did a kids event with After's Ice Cream, which is another company owned by people of color, an immigrant-owned ice cream shop in Southern California. We had so many, oh my gosh, so many good moments because there were 300 kids with like ice cream sandwiches with, you know, looking at the product. They had a custom t-shirt that they got at the event it was designed by a Black artist from New York. And then Kawhi ended up coming and doing a special appearance. Wow. Kawhi actually informed the design for this whole pack. So these colors are his high school colors. He went to MLK High School, and these are his MLK High School colors, because I had questions going into it, right? When they gave me the product, I'm like, how's it Black History Month and you're doing a red, white, and blue product? Black people don't want to Black people don't want to see that.
Right,
then
right.
Kawhi designed this based on MLK, like the gold accents, and I was like, okay, that's dope. Like, it's a dope story then.
Right.
You gotta go dive deeper into the stories. So, you know, these are the shoes I wore for the activation, but also part of the pack. And what a moment for my career to like launch New Balance's Black History Month collection for them, and to be able to have that moment with the kids, and to be able to inspire all these young people to see themselves in the work, you know, and for them to be excited about it. And then my last one over out here would be the Geigers that people normally want to see. So this is before Geiger started his own shoe company. He did the misplaced checks. So you could see them. It says it here, the misplaced checks.
Oh.
He did with the shoe surgeon. This is the first pair of the all red ones that he released. So it's like ostrich, pony, so many different materials used on this shoe. But the first two runs that he didn't do anything below a 7. So Geiger is somebody that, again, I featured him many, many times at Kicks on Fire. We were old friends. He hit me up and he was like, for the red ones, I'm gonna drop down to a 6 and I'm gonna send you the first pair. So he said, I'm gonna do only 2 pairs of 6s and I got you. And so that's why these ones have a 1. They're the first pair of the run.
Whoa.
Pairs of 6s. I wear these shoes all the time. I love these shoes. Like, I don't understand people that like really love their shoes and they never wear them.
Right.
That doesn't make sense to me, but I really wear these all the time.
I'm going to ask you this question again. Do you walk on clouds? How do you maintain this cleanliness with your shoes, Devin?
These are like brutally creased right here. Look.
They still look good, though.
Right.
They still look really good.
And then I have all my little books and things, you know, 7s. Like, I have my kids' first pairs. So, like.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's dope.
And then I have one more pair here. 7's first pairs.
Those are dope.
Oh, clean.
So, you know, I try to keep them all